My name is Dakara.
And I'm Cupcakes.
And I'm Stillwaters.
Welcome to Tea with Cubes.
That leads us into our topic of today, motherhood.
I have to say, Mother's Day is next week.
Yeah, woohoo! Mother's Day is next week, yeah. In America, in Nigeria, Mother's Day has passed. Or in the English side, British side.
Yeah, it's Mother's Day next week in America. And it's the first time for Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, because Coco wasn't born.
She wasn't born. I was in the hospital last year by myself.
That's
because
okay.
you guys were celebrating, obviously. You guys were celebrating. So I think it was some of them.
I don't recall celebrating that. I think I just went on.
Sorry.
I don't think I was last year for Mother's Day. That's too bad.
I feel like you guys went out.
I don't recall.
My brother came
Maybe
to the
you
hospital.
went out.
My brother came to the hospital to buy me got me Panda Express. I was by myself.
Anyway, I remember my first Mother's Day. I just had
Dean was 2 months old.
Yes. Okay, I meant to say I remember my second Mother's Day because I had Kenzie just right by Mother's Day. Remember that? That's why
your third Mother's Day.
that's my third. I have 2 children. Oh,
Mother's Day is every year.
Kenzie. Yeah.
Mother's Day
Sorry, guys. Why am I just being so? Okay, I remember my third. I don't really remember. Yeah, I had just had the baby. I don't remember. I was still in hospital. Come to think about it. Yeah, I was still in hospital because Kenzie came on the 11th.
Okay,
I was still in hospital. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, motherhood. Okay, the basics. So obviously we're all mothers. We have mothers online. So today, please, we need everyone's input because I think that this is one topic where we can help each other with our, experiences or, thoughts or, things like that. So we can start off with, when you say a mother, right? What are the things that come to mind with being called a mother?
Well, there are many things.
Okay.
I mean, taking care of your family. Taking care of your family, I think, is number one. That's the expectation I set. I think. Motherhood is one of the things. I mean, you don't technically have to have a child to experience motherhood. I think that's the fine line that people draw. They're like, well, you didn't give birth to your. No. I mean, you can adopt, you can take care of somebody else's kid. You can, I mean, there's so many things, but because you go through those same things that people who have had their own children go through, then, you're also experiencing, like, motherhood is going to these games, running helter skelter like a chicken with the head cut off. Those hospital days, so many things. Laughter, crying, many, many things that have to do with motherhood. Yeah. That's what I think. What do you think?
Motherhood is lots of love and cuddles and, with your children, or if you don't have your own children, with your nieces, nephews, whatever. But it's also a lot of work. Motherhood is work, and I don't think that mothers are. I don't think that we're appreciated enough. I don't think so.
Nika said it's the hardest but most wonderful
It's
role.
very hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And it is wonderful too. Yeah, I agree, Nika. I agree.
Because I think, like, for me, motherhood, being a mother, I see it as, I mean, a lot of people might not find what I'm about to say funny, but I really see it as, the head in terms of keeping things in check. Because when you think about, like, motherhood, you just feel like your number one responsibility is the family. So without you being able to organize the family, things are going to go all over the place. I mean, to me, Like that's what I feel. Because when you talk about it now, like here we have like, okay, we can break it down little bit by different things that we've noticed that a lot of mothers do. Now, I mean, yes, now you obviously have houses where sometimes this role is flipped, you know, and could I call fatherhood? Yeah, that would be fatherhood, you know, exactly. Same difference, same thing. So let's start with the first one, schedules. Now, we'll say mother, or I don't want to say won't say parent, because a lot of parents still do not work on the schedule part per se. Because now, like you being a mother, like, okay, me for example now, you have to get the children and everybody up and ready at a certain time. So it's kind of like, you know, every day you're on a schedule like that. Yeah. And it's like you cannot miss that beat. Yeah. Once you miss that beat, something is off, you know. So it's kind of like, okay, you now have your school drop-offs. Those, if your kids don't ride the bus, like my kids do not ride the bus, I have to go with the pickups. You don't do the pickups, and obviously it's at the scheduled time, because again, if you miss that time, they take that child back in. Then you're not talking about food, cooking, and all of that. Now, like I said, schedule. So it's like your whole day is set, right? You know, and I think in a way that kind of like makes it, obviously it's redundant, but it's just something that you, the mother, you just find yourself in that position to do it.
I mean, yeah, you kind of don't have a choice, man. I don't think so. I mean, I think that the dad should play a role, but like you're saying, it like for, I've always said this, for women, and I just don't want to say mothers, for women, they have the tendency to nurture things, like to make them grow. A lot of women have that tendency. You know, you just, and even with a dog, you're nurturing that dog, you're feeding it, you're grooming it. I mean, you don't have to have a kid to know that you have a garden and you're still doing something, you know, but you're doing it like you have a schedule. The dog goes out, the dog has to eat, the dog has to go to the vet. You know what I mean? You're still working on a schedule. So, in a sense, you don't have a choice, because it's kind of inside and it just comes out. What you're looking for is like help, but you don't have a choice but to set that schedule.
Okay, let me ask you the question. When you were pregnant, right? From pregnancy and how, let's say, your mind, you know, you had an idea of probably what you want to do and, you know, how you want things to see, or, you know, everything. But, like, you know, and then the day you now had the child, did your mindset change? Okay, you can be pregnant, right? When you're pregnant, and you have this thing like, oh, okay, you know, when I do what I want to do, when I have the child, like, you know, I'm going to take care of this child, you know, I'm going to do this and do this. But
as in, like, I'll give an example.
No, it's just like, okay, you're pregnant. You know, you have all these thoughts running through your head. You have a plan, exactly. You have a plan of how you can foresee you wanting to take care of this child. But all the while, the child is still inside of you, right? But then when you actually now have the child, in looking at that child, like, did everything still fall into place, or did you actually not start getting confused? Because I'll tell you for the fact, I got confused. Because I won't lie, because, like, when you're pregnant, you know, okay, yes, I mean, I'm going to protect my child, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But by the time I saw my first child, I was just like, yo, this is actually real. You know, and then it was like at that point, you know, like, okay, this is no longer a game. Right. You know, like, I am now in, I don't want to use the word in charge, but you are in charge. And I'm now responsible, you know, for this life. You know, and it's not like, okay, that now, I don't know, like,
my reality,
when it puts more pressure.
My reality definitely changed. Like, you know, it's a different thing when people come to you take care of somebody else's kids
and they go, right?
When I had my own kid, I mean, I was going through some challenges of my own, you know, in regards to my job. I thought I was gonna have another job. It was gonna click, have another job, go to high school, do this, do that, do that, do that, and it was just gonna move out of here, do this, get out of the apartment.
Hello.
Hi, get out of the apartment, do this and do that. That was my plan. Then my child came, and I didn't get a new job. We didn't move, so the reality kind of changed. So I didn't have a choice but to fix myself in a position to take care of that child, right? So I stayed where I was. I wasn't making a lot, but I stayed there because of my child, because that was the only place, that was the only way I could do it to make sure that she was going to be okay. I had to go to this, I worked at the preschool, so I took her to the preschool every day. We didn't move out of that apartment for like a year and a half after that, even though I thought I was there. So I was still lugging this car seat up and down, you know. But I knew that at that point in time, I had to do what I had to do because I had entered this new realm, this motherhood realm. Do you understand? Like everything, like the schedules had to be swapped, because I would get up before, even when I was pregnant, I would get up and go.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know, I don't eat today, it's fine, I'll do tomorrow. That baby girl, I was like, well, it's got to get done today because tomorrow this was going to happen, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Because, like, you know, when you're still pregnant, you can still up and be like, all right, 8:30, I'm going to be out of the house. 10:30, I'm going to be in this building. You know?
Yeah.
And then when you now have that child, you know, even if you did plan on being in the house at 8:30, that baby can just up and poop.
Yeah.
You know, and
things change.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was one of the things where you had to grow up fast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
yeah,
because
it's kind of a reality check. Though.
It is a reality
when you enter that realm of motherhood, it's just like, and I still think some people never get it. Like they never understand that. Look, you have crossed the line from here to here, and somebody's holding your hand, so you better take the lead because you know this. And you know the dad is there. And I give it to all the men who stand toe to toe with these women and, you know, they match them, like schedules, taking care, like they're fatherhooding as their motherhooding. You know what I mean? Like it's matched. But then a lot of us are not matched. We're kind of like in this motherhood space by ourselves. And we're doing all the things. I mean, we're doing them, but our reality motherhood changes your reality of life. It really does. So yeah, I think the bottom line is like the basic of reality of motherhood. You should know is a reality changer. It's kind of like a game changer. Once you have a baby, or once somebody comes into your care full time, because like I said earlier, you don't have to have a baby to experience motherhood, right? But somebody is in your care full time. If they're in your care full time, then you have entered that mode of motherhood because. When they're sick, they're gonna call you. When they're tired, they're gonna call you. When it's time to eat, they'll be like, "Excuse me, I'm hungry." You know what I mean? So it's really a reality check. Great reality check, but reality check nonetheless.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So and then another thing too, you know, with being, you know, with motherhood and all that. We not talk of responsibility. Hi Susan on Facebook. We not talk of we not talk of responsibilities, you know. Do you guys feel that in a household where there's a mother and a father, you know, responsibilities towards the kids, like let's use kids, right? I guess for an example. Responsibilities towards the kids should be shared, or is it just because that you're the mother? You're entitled to being responsible for the children.
Yeah, the primary caregiver.
I think based on our culture alone, it's just like you don't have a choice.
Yeah. You have a choice.
Based on our culture. If you're looking only at our culture, everything that has to do with the children falls on the mother.
But it's changing, isn't it? Because
I don't see
people are westernizing,
people are westernizing, but I think it's still heavily leans towards the woman taking care of the children.
I think even if things are being westernized.
I think the majority of, let's use Nigerians as an example. The majority of Nigerians, no matter how exposed you are, the majority of Nigerians still believe that everything that has to do with children falls under the mother.
Yeah. I mean, because That's what society deems it as.
That's what I'm saying.
It's always been like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But I do think, though, from the Christian sense, I do think the primary caregiver is the mom. Like, I think that children just naturally gravitate to their mom. And I don't know if it's because you're the one that birthed them, or even if you didn't birth them, you're the first point of contact. I don't know. But they naturally, I mean, they will to their dad, they will, but not like you know who they gravitate to when they're sick or when they fall down, they have like a wound or something. That person that they cry for in those times are the people that is the person in that family that they are most attached to. You know what I mean? And that in its sense is the either motherhood or fatherhood, but it's usually the mom. Like you said, in a home with mother. Now if it's just a single family home, then you don't have a choice, you know, it's just your mom or just your dad. But if it's oh, I don't know. Did the internet go out?
I don't know.
But if it's sorry those of you on Instagram, we don't know why it's paused. We didn't pause it, but we'll check it in a second. But I'm just saying if it was father and mother, then the chances are the children just gravitate. I don't know what they just gravitate the mom.
Yeah, but then in that, well, I guess because now if you now do it that way, right? If you now do it like that, like even though like they gravitate towards the one parent that they are more, I guess, attached to, then the other parent, like, does it now give them the excuse to now not want to help?
No, I don't think so.
Because a lot of times though, because I think like if we're using Nigerian culture and all that, yes, the fathers also, I mean, they're still these children's dads. But when it now comes to like a lot of things that need to be done, the fathers, I mean, I don't know if a lot of them just be like, okay, well, but you're the mother. You used to do this, so you can handle it.
Yeah.
Lots of men say it. Yeah, a lot of men say it.
They do, I mean.
So that's what I'm saying then. So if you now want to like ask for help or whatever, and then the guy now comes and be like, okay, but you used to do before, so why are you asking me for help?
Well, I don't know. In that case, I don't know. That's a tough situation. Have I experienced it? Maybe. But that is a tough situation because then at that point you feel like you're by yourself. You know what I mean? And you feel alone because you can't tell me that because I did it, you can't do it. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because I did it before, so why am I asking for your help? But they're your kids, though, right?
Something as simple as even changing diapers.
They're your kids.
The majority of Nigerian men will not change the diaper because you're the mother, you change the diaper.
And
that's one like that's under your jurisdiction, and it's like it won't even take you more than a minute.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though, because if you now like in the Nigerian society, that means the men. Well, that means like if you continue in this kind of way that okay, the men are like is your responsibility, is your this, your that. That means we even say that it's kind of like enabling them to keep on going like that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's a reinforcing, and that's why a lot of people get into trouble after a while because the mother gets fed up of doing it. And again, it depends on the woman because there are some women that they're fine. They're just fine doing all of that. They don't really, I mean, he goes to work, he comes home, and I'll just do whatever. You know what I mean? But then the other women that will take it for some time, like, dude. And then eventually they'll get tired of it and they're gonna be like, you either boss up or boss out. That's
Nicholas says, I think if the responsibilities are shared right from the beginning, then the child may not prefer one over the other. I was a primary caregiver from birth, so the kids come to me first for everything now.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's really, and kids are really the only sector of a family where the waters get muddy all the time. Like all the time. Because who's gonna cut the grass? I'm not cutting the grass. So you go ahead and cut the grass. Or it turns out to be where you like cutting the grass, so you are going to cut the grass while I do something else. You know what I mean? It's always black and white. Like maybe it's based on interest or maybe it's based on these societal norms, like this is the man's job, this is the woman's job, right? But that's what I'm saying, somebody else go on Instagram. But it's only when it comes to kids that there's always this debate of, shouldn't somebody help? Why is the woman only doing one thing? Everybody should be involved, you know? That's always the case. You know, it's only when it comes to cooking. Do you like to cook? Do you not like to cook? And cooking is one of those things that I believe has evolved.
Ew.
Hey, people on Instagram, I think are for
Instagram. Facebook people, sorry, hang on.
Yes, but those on Instagram too. I think we're back.
No, that's normal.
Oh, internet difficulties today.
As in, we've had all kinds of difficulties. It's like, what's going on in this life? How far? Start like.
Okay. Let's see if we're back. All right, I think Instagram we're back. We're sorry.
I'm not sure what happened there.
We're not really sure how this worked out, but hey, we're back here.
We're having
having some kind of problem.
We're having all kinds of technical difficulties.
And it's a very low angle this time.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello.
All right. So, hey, I don't know where all of you cut off.
I think you guys cut off when we were talking about the responsibility.
You guys
are they shared or not?
Well, you watch the video on Facebook or on YouTube. I don't think any of you guys are going on YouTube. You guys should watch YouTube.
Okay, but anyways, Instagram, as you're back on, so we're talking about the responsibilities of being of what? Motherhood. Yes, motherhood, and responsibilities being shared or in a household, because the mother is the one who birthed the child, so does she automatically have all the responsibilities put on her head? Yeah, so that's where we are at. So Instagram, if you have any comments, obviously feel free to put them in. I will continue with the discussion. Okay, so I guess back to the responsibility. Well, because responsibilities in the house is a big thing.
Oh yeah,
and I guess it's one thing that
I have about 10 minutes just to go through all of this.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Where do you want to go next? Okay. Let's shift. Time to self. All right. Motherhood.
One of the struggles of motherhood. I think it's a struggle.
Why is it a struggle?
Huh?
Why is it a struggle?
Getting time to yourself.
Why is it a struggle?
Unless, sorry. Getting time to yourself. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Your husband is with you, your husband is with you. I don't have my husband with me. Mm-mm. It's a little bit harder, yes.
I beg to differ.
I don't think so.
I beg to differ.
Maybe
Kiki can differ, but I beg to differ.
That what? Do you get a lot of time to yourself?
Where?
Well, so that's what I'm saying now. That's why I said the struggle.
No, but you preface it by saying your husband is.
Well, okay. I guess I assume because I thought you were saying that it's not a struggle. It is a struggle.
Okay, finish. I don't know.
I think it's a struggle. A lot of mothers feel like they don't get any time to themselves. Once they become mothers, it's like, okay, your every waking moment, if you're not at work, then you're tending to your family. You have very little time to yourself outside of work, outside of chores, outside of being at home and being a wife. Mm-hmm. That is my belief. That is what I am experiencing. I don't get a lot of times to just be me.
Okay, so
me.
I agree in the sense where this is a running thing. It is like you don't ever get the time to do anything for yourself. I totally get that. But I feel like a lot of people base their feeling of not getting time on their single life. Like you can never get that time that you had when you were single. Before you had, even when you were married before kids, you can never get that amount of time.
Of course not.
Now, what I believe in the beginning of when I had my child, I didn't have any time. What I started doing in the beginning was my child used to go to things that I liked to go to. She would go with me. I would take her in her car seat and we will ride. We were car riders, we will ride. And that's what I did. And I was like, okay, if I'm doing something for me, then girl, you better come along. Let's go. That's what I did. And then I graduated to actually, like, if I needed to get a babysitter, I would get a babysitter. I decided there was one thing I was going to do for myself. Carve at that time. Every single chance I got, every 3 weeks, I get my nails done. You guys know this. I don't play with that. And that is the time I dedicate to myself, because that is time that I don't spend. And then my husband knows when I say I'm going to do my nails, I don't want to hear it. I'm gone. And I'm gone for like 2 hours. And he already knows. And I might be in the nail shop, and then I might jump into Target for 30 minutes. But in that time, I decided I have carved it. No matter what, I carved out that time every 3 weeks, and I'm going to go and get my nails done. Then added to that, I decided that I'll be going out to eat. So there are times when we go out to eat without the kids, right? That is, so your time by yourself has to change. You cannot have, like how we said, the reality check. You cannot have the same type of time you had when you were single or before you got married. You now have to creatively figure out ways that you make your own time. I make my time for myself in my house. We have a schedule. But my child, I say, go downstairs, 30 minutes. Go and watch your show. I give you that 30 minutes to watch your show.
Hi, Eve.
Hi, Eve. I give you that 30 minutes to go watch your show. And in that 30 minutes, I take a nap. Or, you know what I mean? I'm on Instagram. I'm doing something else that I am, at that moment, I don't want to do anything. So my mentality of time to self had to change. I had to decide I have to do it in a different way in order to get my sanity. This is not to say I'm getting enough time. I'm not. But I still had to decide that I needed to create it for me. You know what I'm saying? And make it where nobody can interrupt me.
You guys are online. I want to hear like your thoughts about it. If you have children, like how do you create time for yourself? Like what do you do to make that time out, and what do you do during those times?
And when my child was a baby, she was on a strict schedule. It was eat, play, sleep, eat, play, sleep, eat, play, sleep. So we didn't sleep.
You guys are on a parent-led schedule.
It was both, I guess.
Combination schedule.
I don't read the books, so I don't know the title.
No, because the thing is, if it's a set schedule, like you say, okay, at this time you're waking up, at this time you're eating.
We went to school, right?
Right.
And I went to work. It's only now that I have time off. So when she was an infant, I went to work all year long, right? So on the weekends, we wake at a particular time, we eat, she takes her nap, we get a snack, we go outside, we do that. So we were on a schedule where I could do what I wanted to do, go out, or if she was taking a nap, do what I wanted to do, or call like my sister to come and babysit for the 2 hours that she was napping. Like my sister will tell you to this day, like when she was an infant, 12 to 2, you can do anything you wanted to do between 12 and 2, because what was she doing? Taking a nap. And that's what Kiki's kids do the same thing. Like at this particular time, you can run to the store because you know you have that 3-hour block. Get it in. Do what you need to do in that 3-hour block.
And to me, like that's what I did, because like at the beginning, obviously before you have kids, like you said, you're used to, having time to do whatever it is you want to do, and then then again, even when you're pregnant, if you're not bedridden like we were, you can still go out and do stuff, But then when you now have that child, it's kind of like, all right, okay, I can't go out that much. So like you said, you now have to figure out ways to get that time.
Yeah.
So I think for me, what I noticed is, anytime, like let's say Dave will go home from work, if I now need to go to the store, I mean, it's just to go to the grocery store, but that was time to myself. And I mean, I will be in the grocery store, I'm shopping, but I'm just taking my time.
Exactly.
So it's not even that like I need to, go out to be, that's my time. No. So it was like, go to the grocery store. And then now, my new time to myself, which I'm still trying to get into the rhythm, is going to the gym.
Yeah.
And then as you notice now, anytime I'm going to the gym, what do we do after the gym? What I always say, I need to stop somewhere. So to me, it's like I had to find creative ways.
You do.
Eve said,
Eve
said yes to scheduling. I did enough for 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I adjusted, but my kids pretty much ate and napped at the same time every day.
And that works. Because even
I don't
now,
know afford, but she got it right.
Yeah, but because even till now, you guys know now my kids. I mean, especially during the weekends,
Nappy.
2 o'clock, they're nap time.
Yeah.
And okay, my children they can sleep for Africa. If you don't wake them, they will sleep 3 hours.
That is true.
So I've noticed that sometimes if they even wants to go out, and if let's say during the kids nap time, go out, and then even though he's gone and I'm in the house, I can use that time to catch up on my shows.
Exactly.
Or if it's reversed, I'm like, okay, Debo, I need to run out and do some errands. Then I go. I mean, at the same time, we like our girl time out. And we schedule it once every 3-4 months.
Well, I wish I could do that in life. Everybody knows
You
I like
can.
it.
That's why encouraging you that you can.
I can.
It works.
I can.
Okay, girl, get
Not,
your
I
baby.
mean, not in a
It can.
current situation.
No, it can work. Let me tell you why. When I was in your situation, when Christy was born, Ben worked. Ask Kiki. Ben worked around the clock. Around, like I was by myself for most of the time. And when he came home, what was I doing? Sleeping. So I didn't need him. When I needed him in the waking hours, where was he? At work. But you have to tell yourself, I'm going to do it for me. I'm going to create this way. I don't care how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it.
I have to find a way around it.
Yes.
I mean, like you like getting your manicures done. Like I like getting pedicures done, but I don't do it very often. But the times that I found to do it is like during my lunch break at work.
How long the
your lunch break is long.
5 minutes.
How long the nails?
Oh, you only do
I don't do
pedicure.
pedicure.
Oh
yeah.
no, if you do both now, I think you're at least an hour.
Okay, but
I
don't do my nails.
Yeah,
Come on, boy.
but like I would like to, like I would like to be
do
like
too.
Vicky. I would like to be like Vicky and go watch a movie.
You can go.
Like
You can
maybe
go.
every 2 weeks.
You can go.
No,
Schedule it.
here's the thing. Okay, fine. Here's the thing. The things I would like to do are plenty. I cannot do all of them at the same time.
That's the right way.
Because listen, I will give you a whole list of things that I want. I want to get paid. I want to get massages.
Well, are you making that much money?
I'm not though.
No, but if
I'm
you're making
not.
that much, that's plenty.
It is plenty, but it's what I would like to do.
Okay, but
I don't know. I'm allowing myself. No, here's the thing. For the past how long, I just haven't allowed myself to dream about like maybe my because you know, I'm a mother. I have to just focus on this. And you know what? But here's what I'm realizing this week or the past week is, you know what? Before I was a mother, I was a person, and even after a mother, I'm still a person. And I feel like I have lost myself. I've lost the things that used to, give me joy and things I used to dream about. And lately, at least in the past week, I'm allowing myself to dream again.
okay.
I might not be able to, I don't have the kind of money that I want. I don't have the kind of job that I want. But that doesn't stop me from dreaming and bringing back to memory, bringing back to myself, like, you know what, these are the things that I would like to do. Okay, so what am I going to do in order to get that life that I want?
Okay.
That's where I am right now.
Well, that's two different stories.
Okay, but here's one thing. Okay,
We have 2 minutes.
on Facebook.
On Facebook, Instagram, I'm going to give you guys extra time. I'm going to give you guys extra time because Facebook and okay, come on
Instagram if when Facebook comes up.
And
Susan too.
And Susan.
If you come on,
And the extra person, come on Instagram. Yeah.
What? Who that girl?
Who am I?
Like you. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm just very random. Okay, no. So one thing with me, you guys know that my number one thing, if you leave me in this world, I'll be traveling every freaking
Girl,
weekend.
yeah.
Everybody knows me. I love to travel.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that, or not I noticed, but I realized that for me, because then you see that you're dreaming about wanting to do things for you. For me, I've now been able to be like, all right, I can get my travel, but guess what? I'm carrying my 2 handbags with me, but I'm still getting my travel
That's what I'm saying.
It's something that I had to realize because I was like, okay, if I always can be like, okay, my children,
I'm not gonna be strapped.
yes. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This trip I'm gonna do. I will save this money to carry you because now you are now full price.
Yes.
I'll save this money and then let's go. And then thankfully, from the get-go, when I married Debo, I told him, I said, see, one thing with me, I love to travel. I don't care about this expensive gifts and so like, no, I'm not that kind of person. Traveling is my thing. Then so the point where now the kids are now used to traveling.
Apparently.
Sorry. It's ending. Come on Instagram.
It doesn't look like it's ending though.
It's still on. Okay.
Keep going.
Hi, Ifeanyi.
Welcome.
That's very about motherhood.
You should join the topic.
In fact, maybe join the topic for fatherhood. So you like, I like to travel and all that. Now, I've now been hinting to you people right? That so I like travel with my children, but at the same time, I would love to just do like an away trip. No children. Yes, no children. Yeah, but now see, this now comes into our next point: mom guilt. Okay, now okay, exactly. Now exactly.
Mom guilt on other things.
Exactly. Now see that's the thing. Right. Yes. Now my mom guilt
on traveling because come the end of come the end of this month, whether you like it or not, I am going to Helen to go and see my husband. And I'm not taking my child. I'm
going to be outside somewhere.
I am not taking my child with me. Either with you or with you or I'm going to see.
Who's our godmother?
Auntie Lola, you hear him?
Lola, right?
Lola, did you sign on? If you did,
okay,
okay, yes. So now every people know my mom guilt is I cannot leave my children. People know that for a fact. I can go to the store and I'll be fine. But if it's to leave the corners of Georgia without my kids, yes, you have, and but you're trying. I'm trying to consult. Yes, So to me, that's my mom guilt. Because I just feel. I mean, oh God, I feel so bad because, and I won't lie, I envy my friends when they go on trips without their children. I'm like, I want to do that, but I am not bold enough.
There's only money that comes in from doing.
And but see, I see that's the difference. Money, even if money is not an option, right? I just can't.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the difference between me and you is that
No. Because see, Bora Bora is further away because we are planning it is way after we've been 10 years. So guess what happens after we hit the 10? They're older. Exactly.
So is it about the age?
I think for now, especially because Kenzie is only still this small.
But she knows grandma and grandpa for the weekend.
Technically not small.
She can stay with grandma and grandpa for the weekend.
No, I know.
I
know you're not talking.
No, but what?
Wait a minute. I know you're not. Let's go back.
No, but
leave Kiki alone.
No, why can't she come for the weekend?
Excuse me. I just feel like you do not need to criticize Kiki right now.
I'm not criticizing
and tell her that her children can stay with grandma and grandpa.
Oh, they can though. I'm in the house with them, so she can come and stay with us.
Let's keep going.
No, I don't understand.
Let's keep going.
I don't know.
No, I really don't understand.
Let's keep going.
Okay, let me
keep going. Finish.
But I'm not criticizing her. I'm saying she should bring the kids for the house for the weekend.
Even said, how about why not? Everyone needs some alone time once in a while. We're in the same state. If I have your child, then we'll talk. That's I can tell you. Once you born that first child, you fine. But then again, like guys, tell me what your wife says.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. Right? It'll be easy because I mean,
says that they're
if I am playing with you. But no, but for real, Sha, when you have your first child, call me up and then we'll discuss. Okay, Vicky said they take their child wherever they go, and you all know that's exactly what I do. The only time I've done this was when I traveled last year for my grandfather's funeral. That was the first time ever I have left my children. Even though they were with their dad, they were fine. But the one thing I realized when that happened, you guys, I slept. Yo, you don't understand. No. I sleep, but here, one ear is open.
Definitely.
That doesn't happen to you?
I do not.
No, listen. Me and sleep, we don't have a relationship anymore. And that's just me. I don't sleep anymore, period.
Why? No. But see, that happens once you become a parent, though. You don't sleep.
That's what I'm saying, though. By 9 o'clock, you've really gone to sleep.
Yeah, am I being?
And then you're not up until like 6:37.
Yeah, but
she's also a very light sleeper.
Yeah, but I'm a very light sleeper. So, I mean, I can be so light in the sense that if Kenzie is turning in her bed and she hits the thing, I hear.
I hear.
Because
I may not get up, but I hear.
Yeah, I won't get up, but I hear. To me, I do that. I think it's subconscious. It's subconscious, exactly. Just being a parent.
Like Christine, in the middle of the night, as soon as the door.
Yes.
Put her hand on the door.
I hear. Yeah, I will hear it when anything does that.
I may not get up.
But that's what I'm saying, though. So when I went away, what did Nika say? Harder living the younger ones. And he did, and I guess that's why. Like I still have that guilt now.
I will not have that guilt.
I
I will
never
travel,
had
bye.
that. I never had that living without. Never did. And I think part of the reason I didn't have it was because there were people that I think it's about the mom. Like you have to find people that you can trust. It's about trust. I think a lot of it is about trust. Like there were some certain people that I trust, and she would only go there. You know what I mean? There were other people who
Like for the whole weekend.
But if I was leaving, and I've only maybe done this once or twice, where I left. That's how, yeah, maybe once or twice. Once, I think once I've left her in sole care of somebody for overnight, 2 days. You know, usually it's like overnight. Maybe we went somewhere like that. That is wakekeeping. She stayed because it was too late, so she stayed. So many times she has stayed overnight, but the person that she stayed with, I trusted them with my life. Do you understand? So that's why it was easy for me to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do it just randomly. It would be somebody who I trust that no matter what happens, my kids are in their best. Like I know that they have the best interest of my child. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's how come I was not, that never affected me. Because I knew, and she stayed with Keisha a lot. Keisha is not funny, she stayed with her a lot. And I knew that no matter what, Keisha will harm herself before harm comes to my child. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was okay with it. Uchenna is another person, my sister, but she stayed in my house. So I was like, she's in her own environment, ain't no car, so nobody's going anywhere, no car. I was secure. You know what I'm saying? And Uchenna, of course, I trust her. But for me, that was why I never had that guilt. Because, and I think a lot of that guilt comes from trusting. Like leaving your kids, it comes from trusting that person that they're going to do it just as good as you are doing.
Apart from, Vicky said, I left my daughter and my mom for a 4-day trip this year. I felt bad though, and there's lots of FaceTime. And besides, it was a one-off trip.
I mean, because I don't know why, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Nika said she has only left her children twice. I can leave Chloe. Listen, I can leave Chloe now for like 2 days, and I'll be fine. I don't think I'll have more.
Well, as an infant, I wouldn't do. I did it maybe once or twice. You know what I mean? But like I said, it was trust.
And the other areas where I feel mom guilt, like if she gets sick, I feel like, oh my God, it's my fault. Why did she get sick? What did I not do? What did I do? Or whatever. Things like that is where I feel mom guilt. Things like where, I feel like she should be doing this, maybe like she should be in daycare, she should be in, she should have this or she should have that, and I just cannot afford it right now. Those are the things that give me mom guilt. Like I feel like I'm not providing enough for my child. Like I feel like I'm not independent enough for my child. Like I have to depend on other people for my child, and that's what gives me mom guilt. Leaving her alone for, leaving her with you or leaving her anywhere for like a day or two, that doesn't give me mom guilt. Other things like finances or her health or whatever, that's what gives me mom guilt.
I never had mom guilt on anything, never, and I never.
You never felt bad, like never. Even when she fell from the bed.
That was the only time. That wasn't even mom guilt. I just thought that she had cracked I was just scared that this had to come and find me. That what did I do to my child? That's it. I didn't feel like mom guilt. Like me, I think even Miss Sandy felt more mom guilt for me than I did because she drove to Primrose, picked her up, and took her. That's how it, I mean. But I've never, and I think for me, the reason why I've never felt mom guilt is because I am secure in the fact that what I have is what I can do. And you're eating, you're sleeping, you got clothes on your back, you're going to school or not. You don't have to go to school because at some point you wasn't going to school. But you have all those things. Your basic needs have been provided, and then some. So there's no need for me to feel mom guilt. Like I'm not leaving you, abandoning you. I'll be back in 24 hours, or I'll be back in 48 hours. We go out. Like today, she wanted that breakfast hamburger. She was crying, and I was like, "We'll get it tomorrow." But there's some people who feel mom guilt that if we don't give them right now, when you want. I'm not really meeting that, and I'm like, well, if she's gonna get it tomorrow, then exactly. You know what I mean? So I never actually felt it. Yeah, never actually. But it's a legit thing, though. Even though I'm like, but it's legit because it's like somebody telling me I don't have a legit fear of dogs. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of ridiculous. I do. So I get it, which is why I'm always encouraging you. I'm like, okay, you can do it. You can do it. Just for a little while.
I'm trying.
A little while longer, a little while longer. Yeah. I mean, you come a long way. You at least they're able to come to my house for like 3 hours, 4 hours. And you're okay with it. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be there. So that I count that as progress.
Well, let me tell you how much I think I'm really making more progress. Sometimes this week, when Debo was at work, I'm working too. I sent him an IM. I said, Debo, I mean, I know we can't do it, but our anniversary is coming up. He said, yes, what do you have in mind? I said, can we go to Vegas?
That's what I'm talking about. If you start speaking it, that's what happens. That's what I'm talking about.
He's not like, then I was like, okay, I know it cannot happen because the head is like literally half out, but but sometimes I was like, I thought of it.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Allow yourself to
I'm proud of you, Kiki. I'm proud of you. You're doing it.
But then now, if I go to Vegas, I'll be like, I have to go with my children.
But that's progress. That's progress. That's progress.
Oh, jeez.
I think we should call it a day here. It's 35:20. We started late, and then we've gone over because Instagram went off for a little bit. But I think it's
what is left on here?
We had a lot.
A lot.
A
lot.
Yeah.
We can talk about it another time. We don't have to do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
We can do it another time. But happy Mother's Day next week to all the mothers in the house.
Yeah.
Whether it's you're mothering your own children or mothering somebody else's children. Happy Mother's Day next week. And we pray for strength and grace upon your life to do what you are doing. Love you.
And hey, mothers rock. All right? We all rock.
We sure do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it work for you.
Yeah, man.
Make it work for you.
Everybody's different, but yeah, make it work for yourself.
Pick other people's systems apart and take what you like.
Nicole, you're kind of late.
Take what you like. Take it apart and take what you like, apply it to your life.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. What time about in 2 weeks?
We'll let you know.
We'll let you guys know. Sorry about we do not inform you guys beforehand this time. We've all been busy. It's just been a crazy, crazy past week. We will keep up on Instagram and we'll keep up on Facebook with you guys. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And don't forget to have a sit with somebody you love. Bye.
Have a good week.